And good morning,
And
revision.
we're back. Good morning, revision.
So, how's everybody doing?
How are you doing?
I am doing. I'm doing
Oh,
a morning
that's-
show with my favorite person, Dojo.
Thank you. That gives you one up on me.
Yeah. So,
I am not doing.
you're not doing.
Actually, I'm doing. Holy crap!
You had an amazing DJ set last night, didn't you?
That. Thank you. And I've had 5 hours, and last night 4 hours on sleep. And for that, between that and being 42, I feel
That's a-
surprisingly awake.
That is all the last of your life energy draining out of you. So I'm pretty sure you're going to collapse today. Are you planning on collapsing at home, or will you
likely.
collapse here in Saarbrücken?
That depends. Mr. Shuttle still working?
Shuttles. You mean space shuttle? No, that's out of commission for a couple of
No,
years now.
the Elon shuttle. If you catch my drift,
I don't know. I think I've used all my space credits.
I shall collapse at home then.
Yeah, okay. That sounds like a doable thing. Yeah, I think
We'll see about that.
I think I will collapse tomorrow. Because
Tschüss,
yeah,
Jürgen.
there's some things to clean up here and everything. But yeah, guten Frühstück.
Einen guten Frühstück auch
Guten
dir, lieber
Frühstück.
D.Fox.
Danke sehr.
Einen guten Frühstück auch euch.
Yeah, we hope everybody is all right. We had a massive weekend, so to speak, full of content, full of fun.
Yep.
Some might say a lot of fun. I mean, we had 16 satellites.
Some might say too much fun.
The fun police. Doctor, why do we have to be the fun police?
I said some might say.
Okay.
I'm not saying that. Excuse me. You saw my DJ set last night. How
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
If
did.
I am the fun police, I am enforcing fun here.
That is true. Yeah, enforcing the fun. Yeah, that was pretty awesome, your DJ set last night. But yeah, should we recap the weekend? I'm not sure. I don't even know where to begin.
We could look through this game. No.
No, we're just gonna wing it because we are very knowledged and know everything about what just happened the past
I am knowledge.
70 something hours.
So then you go ahead. I'll read the notes in the meantime.
Okay. This is my brain right now. It's blank and black. So yeah, we had
Like your coffee.
like my coffee, which is not coffee. Yeah. Yeah, we had on Friday. We had a look at some of the satellites. We had amazing shader shame. No. Also not a shader sham. A shader showdown.
Shader Showdown quarterfinal.
Shader showdown quarterfinal and shader jam.
We also had a
later
look
on.
at our nominees.
Oh yeah, we had a look at all of the nominees and all the
All
laureates.
the nominees.
Yeah. And yeah, Friday was already jam-packed with just content and awesome things.
I thought it was Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday was also full of jam.
I like jam.
Yeah, and satellite content was great. And all of these, I think JCO played a 4 or 5 hour set on Friday night. And yeah, we had Ghost playing together with the Shader Jam people. That was pretty cool. Saturday, Dojo, what do you remember of Saturday?
I remember a morning coffee show with awesome music. I remember a 5K run with lots and lots of videos handed in.
49 participants, as far as I am told, yeah.
I remember seeing Cyrax's face on screen, which is always a plus.
Yep.
I remember Compos.
Oh,
I remember lots
You
and lots of
actually remember
Compos.
Compose?
I remember the day being freaking long.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is, especially here in the studio, I don't know. I mean, I watched Compose, yeah. But since we also have to work, but during everything, it's hard to have a coherent recollection of what was going on because it's just so much. Blank. So many combos. We had the Shader Showdown, semi-final and finals, obviously. I think we started the combos with the track music. Ah, yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah,
Track
we
music,
had
there
a
was some
super
great
long
stuff
track
there,
music
yeah.
compo.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to use my cheat sheet here.
Okay, then cheat away.
I see a word here, and the word of the day is Schnapspumpe.
Oh yeah,
We had that.
Schnapspumpe.
We had a seminar with WOMP.
Oh yeah, the WAMP seminar, that was interesting. Their 3D content creation in the browser that is streamed from a server and rendered and modeled there. That is a very interesting technology, and I think, I mean, there are quite some. It's I wouldn't say it's an emerging technology, but streaming stuff from a cloud to a web browser. A lot of games are doing that nowadays, so you don't have to have the computing power on your machine. So I guess we're going back to the time of thin clients.
Perhaps.
Hopefully not not that thin.
Running Java.
Yay. Yeah, so many comments. You have something that you remember that was your favorite or something? Hard to say, probably.
Let me look through the list, and maybe there's something that I can say. Oh yeah, this was my favorite. I do know that I really loved the track music compo. There was a lot of good stuff in there. And something, the one thing that really stood out to me still is about Saturday, is still the Line Rider 256 bytes demo.
Yeah, that was awesome. And that was Saturday. It's all a blur. But yeah, the Line Rider was great, and there was another MIDI entry with MIDI piano.
Yeah, that must have been. It wasn't Kümmel. I think that must have been. That must have been Helmut.
Helmut also did
I think
music,
Helmut had 2 entries.
Sneaky.
But that's
We're probably getting everything
my brain
wrong.
might be making this up. Sorry about that.
Let me just check things.
Yeah, but I mean, we had an awesome. You already talked about it. We had an awesome shader showdown, and we had really interesting semifinals. We had Evil versus Blackle. Yes, in
the redemption match from last year.
Semifinal.
Yeah.
And then we had Blackle versus XK in the final. And that was not the last we saw of XK.
That was Evil versus XK in the final.
Sorry. Yes, you're right. Evil versus XK. And that was not the last that we saw of XK, because XK was then moving on to support more than one DJ set, I think.
Definitely Mac.
We had Mac in the evening,
and Ghost,
I remember
Friday,
people were going wild over Mac.
Yeah.
And we had a Luguber DJ set earlier.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Which was absolutely
great.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I was listening to it on my earpiece while I was roaming around the building. These things are fantastic, I tell you.
Well, they're the cheapest RF transmitters that we can find, so no expenses spared here in the Vision.
And still, I mean, they're really great. The transmitter sits somewhere there behind the camera, and still I can hear
Neo PS and inverse phase, and that was fun. And there was interesting points made about online demo parties, or like demo parties with the concept of additional content or feeds created by people not being physically there, as an idea for the future. And PS made a great point that we in Central Europe, we are really spoiled. We have so many parties to go to. We can, if you want to, we can go to a party every weekend or every 2 weeks if we have the means, the vacation days, and the money to do that. But others are not that lucky, and sometimes online parties, or the concept that we tried out this year here, is the only way for them to participate more than once a year, or without having to travel thousands of kilometers and spending thousands of currency, or depending on the currency, tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of currency to participate in demo scene parties and competitions. So yeah, I think that's very interesting, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna pick up that conversation in the next couple of months to just see what others think and what we can come up with, and maybe there will be something emerging out of that, maybe a new type of a hybrid
Yeah, exactly. Like a mix of what we know and love, and some improved and more interactive online
Yeah.
content to tie in all the people who can make it to the party
Exactly,
place.
but as Cyrex explained on Saturday, it is extremely hard coordinating
Oh yeah.
all these different inputs that we get from all over the world and consolidate them into a coherent, show. First of all, show for everybody, and then the technology behind it. I mean, streaming is a solved problem, but
still,
streaming
production.
16 people or like setups from a different location to the same location, and production wise gluing it all together and making it work with dozens of different setups.
Yeah.
That's a real challenge, and that is certainly something that needs to be talked about. Maybe we need to develop some technology to facilitate that, or maybe we need to invest in more professional equipment to do that. But first of all, I'm pretty sure we need more people for that. I mean, the team did a tremendous job, but I know the team is very exhausted because we don't have that many people. I mean, Revision is a big production, but Revision Online is just a bare bones in comparison to like a real life Revision.
And I mean, I think this is a good segue into reminding everyone that, I mean, we're the two guys sitting in front of the camera and talking crap,
Mostly.
but I think actually the two of us, are also pretty spoiled because, especially yesterday, we ran the morning show 2 hours on end, okay, but then we came on for like 3 minutes after. 3 minutes every 2 hours.
Yeah, every 2 hours, not every 2 minutes. That's weird.
Between this lens and your screens, there are at least 4 or 5 people or 4 or 5 positions rotating between people. There are online 24/7 that sit in front of their computers and make sure all of this works most of the time. And all of this is coordinated to the best of our possibilities.
And that's just the current shift.
That's what I mean with rotating.
There's the network people who are located in Belgium, making sure the Combo team has all the files, that we have a stable connection to the file servers, that recordings are here and there. We have Jeffke uploading all the releases to scene.org as soon as the Compo ends. There are so many moving parts.
We've got all the Compo folks pre-recording the Compo recordings.
Exactly, and this is distributed all over the world. And we need to do another segment at some point, maybe in the next couple of weeks or months, to really dive into the technology and the people and the proceedings of what is going on behind the scenes, because it might look easy, it might look simple to you because it's just point a camera somewhere and stream to Twitch. That's not what it is here.
There's
dozens of people and tool chains and computers and routing of audio and video and re-encoding and converting. It's all in real time. It is hard. It's a lot of stuff. And
Right. And we're probably going to do it later at closing time, but let me do it right here, right now. Everyone working on this stream, everyone participating, everyone juggling streams, recording entries, managing networks, managing file service, which is, I don't know, 20, 30 people at least.
Yes. We also have the social media team.
Yeah, the social media team.
So many people. Yeah.
So many people. You are the true heroes. So thank you very much for making all of this work.
Yeah. This is from the two idiots in front of the camera.
Yeah, we actually got the easiest job.
Yeah, that is true. Speaking of, we're doing another AMA session today, so if you want to join the Revision AMA channel, you can ask some questions. We have some leftover questions from yesterday, which we can dive in very soon. But yeah, if there's something unanswered from yesterday that you want to answer to, go there, join that, and ask away. And yeah, Dojo, you make a great point about all the people involved, and The problem is, there's no problem. It's awesome. The thing is, it is very hard to thank people properly because sometimes there are roles that are invisible or mostly invisible, I would say, or you could argue, and it's very hard to. It's not hard to remember, but it's hard to give the proper recognition because it is sometimes infrastructure that you just assume works out of the box and things you're just used to, and that kind of role gets easily forgotten. But it is not forgotten. It is just it's hard to remember everything that's going on, and sometimes we don't even know how many people are involved in everything because we just have the top level overview of everything, and we just get it.
Yep.
As you said, we're very spoiled. We just get handed everything to us, and it's just like, you have to be on in 2 minutes, and then that's just what we're doing, and then we're just sitting here bullshitting, and but as Dojo said, like dozens of people in the background making sure that we are able to bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah. And there's the satellites, 16 satellites.
Yes.
This is awesome. We were, when we first came up with the idea, we were hoping maybe 3 to 5. And the response was overwhelming. And there's even, at least from what I know, 3 to 5 unofficial satellites. It's just private get-togethers, but it's also not just 2 or 3 people. It's like tens of people gathering and having their private get-togethers and watching everything and the stream. So we don't even know how many of you are out there.
Yeah, at least I know of the Berlin one is official.
Berlin one is official.
Yeah. Big shout out to Outline Rheinbach.
Yeah, that is the unofficial one.
That is an unofficial one.
We have Leia doing stuff at home with
right.
a couple of friends. You saw those people doing the 5K on Saturday.
We've got a mini satellite going on in Tilburg in the Netherlands. Shout outs to Beftex and Dino and the Pooh Brain Posse.
Yeah.
And to Carlbau.
Yeah, there's just so many awesome people doing awesome stuff, and it is. I'm overwhelmed. I must be honest. I'm tired, but most of all, I'm very thankful and overwhelmed by all the responses and all the participation. This is just it's a dream come true, basically. I mean, since the pandemic started, this was supposed to be a stopgap for 1 year.
Yeah.
And now we turned it into an actually working concept, I think. Obviously, it's not ideal. Nothing is ever ideal. But I think all of you, the community, the satellites here, the organizers in the background, the organizers in not just the background, but everybody helping out with anything is contributing to the success of this. And I have no number, sadly, how many people are watching us or watch this, but it was 1,000 here, 1,000 there, and since we're doing more than one stream basically, and it's been restreamed to Scene City and Twitch, so it's hard to gauge how many people were actually watching, but I think it's on par with the past couple of years. So it is, in my opinion, a tremendous success. Yeah, Dojo, what's going to happen today? We don't have that much.
Not much,
or
really.
Do you want to?
I'm not really.
I wouldn't say I'm out of praise, but
we're never gonna be out of praise.
No, it's impossible to be able to thank everybody properly. Yeah.
And also, I mean, I know I am happy, and I am proud to be a part of this, and to feel like I'm making a meaningful impact on the success of this event. And I hope that everyone working behind the scenes feels the same way about it.
That is the hope, yeah.
Yeah, it should be a delight, and I think it should really make people proud. Never mind the mistakes, never mind the fuck-ups. We're all amateurs here.
Not all of us are amateurs. We are amateurs.
We are, yeah. But even those of us who are professionals at what they do here, they do it here in an amateur capacity with no time to prepare, with no budget or anything. So even there, fuck-ups happen and are definitely allowed. And I think we can all be super proud of what we achieve here.
Yeah. Okay.
But now enough with the mushy stuff.
Let's see what we have on left questions from what you submitted yesterday. There are some that I am not qualified to answer. This is perhaps
a question more to the Partymeister folks.
Oh.
I think you are qualified to answer that.
I might be.
This is perhaps a question more to the Partymeister folks. But would it be possible to include a screenshot/clip with each entry on the voting page? If you vote after the viewing the competition, it would help to remember the entries.
Yeah, that was asked by a Hedge Wizard yesterday. Actually, if you are a contributor and a content creator and an entry author, you can upload your own screenshot. So you're basically the combo team is not doing that for you. So if you upload your entry and you forget to include the screenshot, that is sadly, I wouldn't say it, your problem sounds weird, but it is in your hands to present a screenshot that represents your entry. As for music, the music competitions, sometimes we have the manpower to render MP3s. And add them to the Partymeister so people can listen to the MP3 over the web browser or the app. But we don't always have the capacity to do that. We might maybe include the possibility to upload something next year. So you can upload a snippet, a 10, 15 second part of your MP3, a MP3, even though if you're making chip music or something, so people can listen to it. That would be a thing to think about, definitely. Yeah. But for just screenshots, that's totally in your hands, because we also don't have the capacity to make a good screenshot for hundreds of entries. That is just too much work.
That's on you.
Yeah, that's on you. Yeah. But it's an interesting question nonetheless, because not everybody knows that. I don't know, Hedge Wizard, not sure if you are a contributor. If you are, you probably know that there's a screenshot upload. But people just consuming, not that it's a bad thing, and voting for you might be weird that not every entry has a screenshot. But yeah, that is up to the authors.
I have another question from Alkama. Alkama asks, last year I ordered a t-shirt with a free hug. I received the t-shirt but not the hug. So does that mean if I order a t-shirt now, will I receive 2 hugs? The answer is, we will actually ship copies of D.Fox with each t-shirt, and that copy of D.Fox will then proceed to hug you for as long as you'd like. And if ever you get fed up with your hugging D.Fox, you can just ship it back to us.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'm up for it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We'll poke some holes into the box.
Oh, so that's good that you said the box, not just myself.
Just a sticker on your forehead.
Yeah.
Another nice question was, how come you choose to do the Meteorix Awards in D.Fox's living room when you have this beautiful studio? The answer's quite simple. We forgot the stupid statue. I forgot the stupid statue. So we had no other chance but to beam back to Stuttgart.
Yeah. But the answer that some might expect, which is not the truth, though, is that this is live and the Meteorix are not. But that's a preposterous assumption.
It is. Some conspiracy theorists might might suggest that it's all pre-recorded.
Yeah, but it's definitely was so live. Nothing has ever been as live as this show, the Meteorix bit of it. Yeah.
Actually, Meteorix show is so live that it's post-recorded. We'll actually go and record it at D.Fox's place in a week, and then send it back in time to here.
Yeah. Post-recording, that's the thing now.
Just like instant video, remember that?
Instant video is like you have some powder and some hot water?
No, more like whatever you're seeing right now is happening right now.
Oh, you mean
in like Spaceballs, where they go like...
instant video, I remember that, yeah. A question from Hyperclick. Dojo, do you know BASIC?
It is actually the first programming language I started with.
Which
for,
basic though?
Turbo Basic, in my case,
Okay.
for all of 5 minutes before I switched to Turbo Pascal.
So you had a huge career. In
Oh,
Turbo
and
Basic.
my first corporate programming job as an intern at school was in Visual Basic 6. So yes, I am sad to report that I know some Basic, and I probably know the worst of it.
Yeah, you're also very basic, so that fits. Yeah.
That is true.
I did a lot of C64 Basic, made some games for myself back in the day,
nice.
and then Amiga Basic, obviously, but I switched to GFA Basic on the Amiga, which is awesome. In 90 something when I started that, I thought it was awesome, and it is. I think I love it. I loved it. Yeah. So yeah, we knew some Basic back in the day.
Is the list updating for you?
Yes, it
by
is
the way?
updating for
Okay, so
me.
then I probably dropped out of the Wi-Fi again,
Let's
which I did.
see. What do your branch asks? What do you personally consider old school? A lot of parties have different definitions. What is old school hardware?
I would be reiterating what we came up with at the Meteorix, and that is, but I mean, that's kind of because we have this distinction between old school and mid school now, and that's probably not your question, Branch. So for the Meteorix, old school is anything with an 8-bit bus or below. The rationale being that between the 8-bit generation and the 16-bit generation, there's been a huge jump in both visual quality of the results, like just the amount of colors increased from you can barely make something look good with it to you can almost easily make something look good with it. And the same goes for the audio quality. And so, because that jump, that's like the biggest jump in all of the jumps, if you will. Like from 8 to 16, that's a huge jump. 16 to 32, not so much. So that's why we drew that line there. That's probably not your question. Your actual question is probably what's the distinction between what we call old school and mid school and new school.
Yeah.
And that is something I don't really have an answer to.
For me personally, I would say, since I grew up with what you would consider old school, there's no such thing for me. I mean, it's just categories we come up with to categorize what we know. But yeah, for me, a C64 is a C64. It doesn't have to do anything. For me, it's obviously it's an old school thing, but so is Windows 98, or like
True.
what you consider old school games
But
is like games that came out like in the early 2000s is considered old school. So it's very hard for me to
I mean,
distinguish, but
Space Cadet Pinball is essentially old school by now, isn't it?
definitely, and it's a Windows 98. What is 98? Yeah,
I think.
yeah. So it's very hard to define, but yeah. For me, I mean, if I would personally have to come up with a categorization, I don't know.
Yeah, I think
I couldn't.
I think for me it would actually be home computers. Home computers, excluding maybe Amiga, AGA 060 tricked out, but basically home computers and MS-DOS. Everything starting with Windows 95 and up would be new school to me.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm pretty sure in 10 years my answer is going to be different.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Dojo, question from POTC FDK. How much % party and how much % Leben do you have right now?
I
0 and
don't.
0.
I fail to see the distinction between the two.
That's a good one. I couldn't say so.
Please rephrase.
If it has to add up to 100%, it's definitely 100% party and 0% Leben. But on the other hand, I'm all partied out as well, so it might be. It's a complicated question.
Yeah, but right now, and I think that harkens back to what we talked about earlier. I think I'm getting a good share of just leisure time where I can just hang out or do some projects or make a prod or whatever. And then it's a lot of work being here. And but I think the balance is still not. I'm not spending 100% of my time just on organizing
Yeah.
this and working here. I also get some free time. But yeah,
In
when
your
I
free
get
time,
home,
you did an entry for the Wild Compo.
exactly.
Yeah.
For example.
Two people are asking. Random and Retro 32 UK are asking. Any plans to get the compos up to watch again straight or very soon after they have aired? And Random also asks why there are no VODs on CCC, Twitch, or YouTube. That makes it hard to vote if you missed a compo. That is a twofold problem. I think Twitch only does a VOD if you stop the stream and then restart it. I think that is the case. The same is going for CCC, and sometimes they don't have the capacity to have the VODs. So we are recording everything locally in a studio in Helsinki, and then we manually re-encode and cut the videos, fix some errors that came up during recording maybe. And it takes a lot of manpower and a lot of time to properly re-stream or represent that. And we cannot just re-air it on a separate channel because it also takes up a separate encoder. It needs more bandwidth again. And it's just a hard thing to do, even though it sounds easy, just replay the video file. But these video files, from what I know, is they're like 50 gigabytes each, because we don't really stop streaming during the day. So you have like one file per day, or maybe two if the stream crashes in between, which can happen, which is totally normal, a normal thing to do. And when you still have to sift through dozens of gigabytes, make some meaningful cuts, you first have to download those and edit, re-encode, re-upload. YouTube takes lots of time processing, for example, and just having the VODs on CCC and maybe 100 people are clicking it, that is just also a lot of bandwidth, which we like to preserve for the live viewers, because we have a lot of bandwidth, but it's not unlimited. So it is an aspiration that we have to have the stuff there instantaneously, but it's just not always possible. It was definitely a good question, and it's aspiration of us to have that as soon as possible. But sometimes it can take days, because we want to do a good job with it. Dojo, is your tablet reloading in the meantime?
It is now back online. Let me see.
It's an interesting question from Mia. Will the revision T-shirts be available via shipping next year next year too? It's definitely something we need to think about, because why not? I think we got, I wouldn't say spoiled, but we are learning some things during the past 3 years of doing this online. And this is a discussion to be had about T-shirts. That's probably going to be an easy one. The more complicated question, that I'm pretty sure it's in here somewhere, and it's getting asked a lot, is what do we do with remote entries next year? And that is a very hard question, because it has so many facets that need to be considered. Because on the one hand, we want people to experience their things live on you with stage, and we want people to hand them their prizes live. And it is having done many parties with remote entries and witnessing parties with remote entries. There's nothing sadder than a host announcing a winner, and the winner is not there to pick up the statue or like the prize in general. That is just it's unfortunate, and that's an experience everybody should have. Receiving a trophy or a prize or the recognition from the crowd and from the organizers live. But yeah, obviously that's not possible all the time. And we also know that remote entries are for some, if not a lot of people, the only way to ever contribute to a demo party. So that's something to be considered as well. We're going to think long and hard about that, and maybe we come up with a solution that is workable for everybody. Because I love the enthusiasm and the different people. I mean, we had the past couple of years so many entries from people who we never had contributing, because it wasn't possible to be at revision and submit something. So that is something definitely that yeah we need to discuss in the future.
Sophira asks, what are your favorite XKCD strips?
My code's compiling.
Okay,
You
for
remember
me
the
it's-
one that where this
where the
my
guy's
code's
kind of
compiling
fading on.
is the best excuse to management that you're not doing any work.
For me, it's the one about success, where as the project goes on, your bar for success goes lower and lower. Where the guy first goes like, okay, I should soon be able to dual boot BSD and Linux on my computer, and then things go downhill from there.
Is it when he just wants to do something, and in the end he builds a completely new computer hardware?
It's
Or
the
install
one where in the
BSD or
end,
something?
in the end, he and his companion are swimming in the ocean. There's an island in the background, and he says, maybe if we start swimming right now, the sharks won't get us until we're out of the water.
Oh, that's a really
And
good
his
one,
companion says, you're never upgrading operating systems again.
Yeah.
Because, and that's my favorite, because I keep quoting that to people to co-workers all the time, because that's my life, essentially.
Okumi asks, do revision staff do their work pro bono or do they get paid? We so don't get paid. We are, every one of us is doing this. It's doing this for free. First of all, we wouldn't have the money to pay anybody anything, or not, at least not anything meaningful. I think we calculated this once, like the real revision with like 85 organizers. We think I came up with a number. There was hundreds of thousands of euros in just wages payment. Like if you would pay for the job that you're actually doing. So it's like for like, let's say a freelance technician, video technician gets I don't know, maybe 600 euros a day, and you or in the day. You cannot count in days at revision because we count in hours, and sometimes people are on their job for 20, 15, 16, 20 hours a day.
25.
And 25 maybe even, yeah. So no, we're not getting paid. This is all a work of love and passion. And it wouldn't work if we
get
would
paid
try
in
to
love.
get paid. Well, maybe. Sometimes. You are. And
You are too.
I am too. I am too. Yeah, especially by you. I know that. Thank you, Dojo. And yeah, nobody gets paid, which is, I think, I wouldn't say how it should be, but otherwise it would be a job, and a job is not what this is. This doesn't feel like a job, and I never want to be feeling like I'm doing a job. Obviously, we're doing one, but it's a job that comes out from the heart and not from a fiduciary point of view. Like I need to earn money with this.
Right.
That's not to say that people might think different. For some, I don't know if that's the case. For some, demo party organizing is a source of income. I think organizations like Assembly, they have an actual company running these things. They have different obligations to their esports sponsors and everything. So that's a whole different ballpark. And I think the gathering was similar, but I have no idea. But I'm pretty sure still that most of the staff, or if not a huge amount of the staff, is still doing this pro bono. Yeah.
Nosferatu asks, what is your favorite old school demo effect? You go first because I have to think.
I'm not sure what's the official name, but I like the twister.
I was going to say the same,
The
actually.
same?
But no. The twister was the first thing that
Twister
came
is
to my
an
mind. So
awesome effect.
it's probably the twister.
Yeah.
And there's so many great variations.
Yeah. There's twisters with scrollers in them, and I love the twister. Twister is a thing. Interference also is it's so.
Yeah.
It's so simple, but so stream killing. Like the Moray interference, yeah.
And good old raster bars.
I got bored of them. But they can be done great, yeah.
Yeah. I'll never, because I remember when I was young, I was watching demos with Rasta bars in there, especially the Copper demo by Surprise Productions and PC guys. Sorry about that. That absolutely fascinated me.
Yeah. More questions. What advice would you give to a beginner in the demo scene? I would usually say go to a demo party, which is, it's getting more possible, more accessible now. But I think Truck said this like 10, 15 years ago. It's like, you need to go to a demo party because that is the best way to dive into it. And you don't need to be a creator right away. Go to a demo party, get inspired by things you see, by people you meet, and don't be afraid to talk to people, because rarely anybody at a demo party will tell you off or something.
No.
Obviously, we are also a hard community to get into.
Because and not because we're all aloof, but because we're all awkward nerds.
Exactly. I remember you telling the story that it took you some years to arrive somewhere in the demo scene, and it can take a lot of effort, and it is not. I wouldn't say it is by design. It is you don't want to shy away people, even though some communities on the internet might look like they do. Like, there are hostile environments in the demo scene as well, but we are good people at heart, hopefully, at least most of us, and yeah, just go to a demo party and talk to people. And if you're not able to do Discord, this place is a great way to get connected, or IRC, or there's other platforms. But yeah, just get involved and start working on a production. It doesn't have to be anything substantial.
Just do something.
Yeah.
And as D.Fox said, go to a demo party. One tip from me is what got me really talking to people is in the demo scene, one of the best icebreakers is to just approach someone and tell them that you love their demo. If they say thanks and that's the end of the conversation, no problem, just move on.
Might be awkwardness involved by the receiving end, because not everybody, every one of us is able to receive
praise,
or
it
something like that. But
still, it got me into. I think that is the way I got to know most of the seniors I know today. I just went up to them and said, "Hey, I loved your prod."
Yeah.
And that was it. It really works well. And if you're in or near Germany, Evoke. My personal opinion, Evoke is a great party to be a first demo party.
Yeah.
If Evoke is not within reach of you, pick a small but not too small party, because that's like just the right sweet spot between not so few people that they're all just a tightly knit group and it's hard to kind of get in, and it's not a huge event like Revision either, where you totally lose your view of the place.
And I wouldn't even suggest Revision as your first demo party, because Revision, if it's taking place in the flesh, it is extremely overwhelming. There's so many people, there's so much noise, there's so much lights flashing. So if you are an anxious person, either socially or like generally a nervous person, it might be too overwhelming for you. So yeah.
But Revision was my first demo party after, well, I've been at Evoke twice, very early on, and then nothing for a couple of years. And both Evokes were great, don't get me wrong. And then the next time I visited demo party was Revision, and it was exactly as overwhelming as you said, but it also was wonderful. Very, very interesting.
Yeah. So, what else? Dojo, do you have a question that you want to read or being answered or answer yourself? There's so many questions. You guys are awesome. This is dozens of questions. And they're all cool. Yeah.
I had one over here.
Those.
Here's no. Biter asks, what is it like to be demo scene celebrity? Does it interfere with everyday life? No, because the demo scene is such a niche community. I have no fear of, I don't know, pants off time on stream. No worries at all, even if it ends up in some VOD or whatever, because it's such a niche community. I
Yeah.
I don't expect any of my coworkers to ever find me there in any way.
Yeah.
And the only ones that do, they know about it from me, so they are usually very supportive of it.
Yeah, still people. I mean, all the places I've worked, they know what I'm doing with the revision and other things and what I do in my free time, but they rarely get it. So it's a complicated topic because, but as with every tight knit community or subculture, it is hard to explain to the in quotes the outsiders,
The muggles, as I like to
the
call them.
muggle. Yeah. Here's a great question. I guess the demo scene has traditionally had a lot of white guys. Is this changing / improving? And are Revision thinking about ways to support that, especially with the satellites, which seem to be an opportunity to involve more women, people of color, etc.? I would argue that the demo scene is mostly white people because it originated in the center of Europe, mostly at least, and then Scandinavian people are inherently
Whitish.
less pigmented than the rest of us because of the is it latitude or longitude? Latitude.
Latitude, yeah.
Yeah. So I would guess that is where this assumption might come from. We had more women showing up and contributing all the time since I've joined the demo scene. We might gone up from like maybe 1 or 2 to let's say a 2-digit percentage nowadays. It's still a lot of guys, that is true. And about people of color, I mean, we're having a lot of discussions about gender identity and that kind of stuff. Even with the demo scene, there's a whole project dedicated to that. Because we as a community, we need to change as well, and it's hard to change a tight-knit community with new ideas and challenging that. I would argue that we are very inclusive, but I cannot personally answer how or why, how to get more people of color here, or like other cultures.
And I mean, it's not like we're doing any advertising. Join the demo scene.
Yeah. But the demo scene is basically everywhere. Some parts we don't know about. Some parts might not know about us. I remember when I went to my first Russian demo party, I was exhilarated to learn about that part of the demo scene, and that there are many demo parties in Russia which I didn't know about because I didn't care to look, so to speak. And it's the same with other countries. We now have demo parties in Brazil. We have them obviously in Europe. I'm not sure if we had one on the African continent, but I would love to see that.
That would be great, yeah.
And at least from like the revision side, I'd be extremely happy to be more inclusive and welcome people from all cultures, colors, genders, whatever you want. For me, it's not an issue. At least personally, we would welcome that. Not sure how we could help with that, because that is not my area of expertise. But if somebody has an idea to be more inclusive or to engage with that community, sure, talk to us. Can help. I want to help whenever I can.
Here's a question from Drogvin. Why are you self-absorbed fox answering questions all of the time instead of showing memes? And I would say that's a great question.
Yeah, some of you prepared some dojo content, I hope, and we're ready to look at that.
I actually hope that it's not just dojo content. I appreciate the attention a lot. I love this, but I want it to be about more than just me, because hey, I'm feeling singled out here. I enjoy it. It's really fun. I have no shame at all, but we have to be inclusive here. Do something with D.Fox too.
It's too late now. But
I
yeah,
hope there's something with you too.
We can maybe show some of those, and we can try to react to them.
Yeah. Okay, that's the classic.
That's the classic one. That's just a screen grab, I think, but it's awesome.
Oh yeah, I love that
That's a
one.
good one. Yeah, the classic Drake. Yeah,
That one's actually quite disturbing.
this is extremely disturbing.
I have to say,
You're kind of
I
an
like it.
Andorian Shrek monster. This is just embarrassing, Dojo.
No, actually, this is actually one of my favorites because I'm like, "Ah!"
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
Also not unexpected.
Help! Let me out of here! I want to go back. I'll never insult you again, D.Fox. Now get me back in.
Wow.
Yeah,
Is that Black Hills?
That one was great too. Yeah. That's me writing Black Hills Shader thing.
Well, as the sheriff, you might as well. This is also extremely disturbing.
Extremely disturbing.
It's alien spider.
Dojo creeping
Dojo
out of an
creeping
Amiga ball.
virus. Yeah, that is just not okay.
Oh, that's your freeze frame.
Oh yeah, I'm grabbing the cube.
It's this big, baby.
Yeah, I've seen this. This is beyond disturbing.
I don't understand.
It's your foot
Oh, right, it's
growing
my
more
foot.
feet
My foot on my head.
instead of your head. This is gonna haunt me.
This gonna honk you?
This is gonna honk me. Yeah.
Honk.
That's the new avatar then.
Ooh,
Oh, lasers and
Magic.
hand growing out of my forehead. That is wow. What
oh, also for some reason you're juggling 2 tablets now.
Yeah, I'm just multitasking.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's my favorite rapper. Yeah, this I
yeah,
saw.
that's
great.
also
Yeah,
also
great.
classic. I love that.
Yeah, it's gonna be on the new
Amiga.
new stock Amiga cover, like packaging. Did we
Mention
the
the Goober
playing?
playing.
Yeah, we have to say, like the gift party, even though it was extremely hard, if not impossible, to communicate at all.
We should next
We need a separate channel for gifts.
that.
Because people really wanted to talk, and that wasn't possible. But still, watching the gift party scrolling by was a delight. Because all I had time for was just looking at Discord, and it was just like scrolling by. It was like awesome to see. What is this? Is it?
Oh yeah, that's bit 7 wondering about the thermal image of the. I don't even. It's on the multi-view for the for the vMix console.
Ah, okay.
I'm guessing it's probably kind of a thermal camera pointed at the inside of the vMix PC or whatever.
Maybe, yeah.
That would be my guess.
So, should we go back to some questions?
Or is there
Or
more?
is there more interesting content? This is, this classic
Okay.
face swap. That's very good. It fits you, Jojo. I mean,
Yeah.
I would wear that T-shirt. This is one from the last years. This is, yeah.
You know those?
You're explaining something to me, and I'm not getting it. Oh, we are being told that the thumbnail image is a coffee maker in the assembly studio.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
No one realizes.
When the drum bass hits so hard, you forgot who you are and why you are here. You saw that your subtitle was Cyrex.
Yeah, the subtitle was Cyrex.
Well, that was obvious that it's gonna happen. Amigo.
Oh yeah, especially.
So,
Oh, and I love the air quoting ones. Those
Yeah.
are also pretty good. Laser.
laser and truck with the tongue. Yeah. Blah, blah. Okay, well, let's go back to some of the questions.
There's probably more of them now.
What is the story behind the revision logo? May I ask that? It is just a logo. H2O came up with that, and he gave us a couple of different logos that he designed, and the revision logo that we currently have was like the one who we like the most. There's no specific story behind it. If there is, we need to ask H2O about it because I don't know it.
Question from DRM. Who came up first with the idea of satellites?
That is a good question. It might have been me. It might have been in the group. I remember that I floated the idea to the team in November when we were talking about what to do if we cannot have in-person revision in the evac, and we were trying to come up with alternatives that involves smaller parties, which were possible. I think it kind of evolved out of the idea that we had 2 years ago that we as the production crew being in one place together, 25 people skeleton crew to do all of revision from like a shared space. There was the idea 2 years ago already, like renting out a small part of the evac, the site building, and doing that as a production headquarters. I think it kind of evolved from there, and when we noticed that smaller parties are taking place. I mean, last year we had some parties taking place in Germany, in Hungary, in different parts of the world, and I think Inertia was also taking place. And yeah, so it was possible to do smaller events without legal and health considerations, not considerations, but issues to be had. And yeah, kind of was the backup solution of the real life revision. But yeah, who exactly came up with it might have been me, might have been just like a natural evolution of it. Poke Dojo and D.Fox to tell them on stream that I'm a demo person from Africa. They can call my name out on stream. This is Frostbite. Frostbite. That is awesome.
Yeah,
that's
really cool. Thanks for poking us.
Yeah, thanks for poking us. And that would be awesome to get to know you by there. I'm very interested to know if there's more than just one African demo person.
Yeah,
that would be really awesome.
And Frostbite writes. They explicitly write, if there are other seniors from Africa watching, please get in contact with Frostbite, hit them up, and so you can get to know each other. And I'll just spell the name right now. It's F-R-O-Z
or Z
or Z-T-B-Y-T. So like Frostbite, but with a Z for the S.
There's a great question from Lynn. Would you take on a female host? A really cute one. It's me. I'm the cute girl. Lynn, I would be excited to have you as a co-host at least. And if we're going to be in the evac next year, we'll do that. We'll just do it.
You can be our host intern. We'll give you some
condescending,
exposure.
Dojo. I'm the intern. I don't know anything about hosting. At the real evac, somebody has to tell me stuff. But then, yeah, let's do that. We'll do it. When the party is over, do you think that was the last time?
Every
Biter
time.
asks. Every time, yeah. Most of the, not every time, but there are definitely it's like a 50-50 thing. Sometimes it's like, we need to do this again next week. And or like, we're never gonna do this again. I'm quitting, and I'm moving to a cave somewhere in New Zealand. It's like those two extremes basically.
For me, there's been rarely an occasion where I was like, I'm never doing this again. Not once with revision.
That is good to know.
So far, every time I left revision, I was like, there were problems, but I loved every bit of it, despite the problems, and I'm looking forward to doing it again in a year.
What else we got? There's a question from yesterday from Zoltrax. What do you think about the idea of having some kind of sofa corner, a party place so people which are there could celebrate it, staying connected with sofa sceners? That would be awesome. Not sure if we have the capability in the EVAC because it's very loud, so it will be very hard to communicate with those. We tried this
Down
actually
in
at
the
the
tunnel, perhaps?
if there is internet enough, yeah, we can
I
maybe
mean,
do something
there's
in the tunnel.
still
Yeah.
something such as cables, you know?
Yeah. But is it interesting to just talk to people who are urgently going to the toilet? But it would be actually, it would be just the quietest place in the EVAC. We did actually something similar. We tried it at least. It was at the first revision. There was Easter Garden at the Gathering. They had like also a demo satellite from the Gathering. And we were collaborating. I think we had, or at least we planned to have a Skype station in the infodesk area of the EVAC where people could talk. But I actually don't remember if an A worked or B was used. But it's been more than 10 years since then.
I think it more like E worked.
Yes. Awkward looking in the camera. Yeah, but I like the idea if we have the space for it, and it's definitely worth a shot. Yeah. Theoretically, you can already do this on Discord with the voice chat or on other platforms. But yeah, would be an interesting thing, like a photo booth with a satellite or something, where you can like do like combined thing. A photo booth and a satellite would be awesome.
Oh yeah. Or people people send selfies and then you can take photos at the revision photo booth and they get
Something like
superimposed.
that. Yeah.
Something like
That
that.
is something that sounds like a cool idea. Yeah. What is your favorite thing about
seeing
Dojo's
that too.
hair? Reality asks.
It exists.
Well, my
Barely.
favorite thing about your hair is that it is. What's the word? Something with F.
Fluffy?
Fluffy. Frizzy.
Frizzy. Oh yeah. Lockig, you mean?
Lockig.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that too.
Yeah.
Fun fact, around to the 2000s, there was a period of about 5 years where I had long hair, like I guess every one of us is going through. Dude, that was frizzy.
That was frizzy? I don't
It wasn't
know
a,
that.
it wasn't an afro, but it was. I have a photo. I'm going to show it to you. I'm not going to show it to you, but I'm going to show it to you. It's not nude, don't worry.
Okay. Is there anything left that is interesting?
What is your favorite type of question to answer? The meta ones. Definitely the meta ones.
Yeah, I love
Thank you,
that.
Nobi.
Which satellite had the best so far? I don't know, but I think it was London.
I heard
I
the
heard
same
it was
thing.
London.
Yeah.
Definitely London. Dojo, did you know that in the rest of the world, the socks and sandals, we had this one already.
We had that last year. The answer is still yes. I don't care.
Okay, maybe one more question, then we can talk about the prize giving, as everybody's waiting for. Tucker is asking, why not have two parties, the on-premises and the remote entry one? You mean like the question is on the different weekends, like having a revision online and a revision offline, so to speak? I'm not sure the team has it in them to do it twice a year. It is just too much work.
Yeah.
I know assembly does a winter and a summer one, but they have like 5 times the staff and way more resources. Revision already takes, I think most of us, the normal offline revision, most of the organizers need to take a week off. That is 1 week of vacation that they're not having for themselves.
For actual vacation.
And a lot of us are sick afterwards because it's an exhausting thing to do. Even the online revision, I really expect to be sick in the next couple of days because we slept like 3 to 5 hours for like For me, it's been 2 weeks-ish, and I'm not the only one. And other people have even slept less. I would love to do that, obviously, because I entertained the idea, I think, 2 years ago, because Revision Online was so much fun the first time around. It's like, it would be cool to have like a winter revision like that is online, and a summer revision, summer as in Easter. But it is, I don't think we have it in us in terms of like everything. I mean, we were talking about the pro bono thing. Many of us, if not all of us, it actually costs us money during revision. I mean, we have a hotel here, or not just here, but a different, the EVAC also, some have a hotel. You have to travel, you have to eat. And the vacation time, a lot of us are self-employed, so that means not working. Not working also means not earning money.
Yeah.
So that's actually a revision can cost an organizer thousands of currency, and vacation time that they might not have a lot of, or they probably don't. And so doing it 2 times, it has to be somebody else taking that on.
And also, I'm afraid that if we really did a online revision and offline revision on separate weekends, they would essentially be 2 separate parties with completely separate, with a completely separate set of viewers. Because I think most people who attend an offline revision would probably not bother, not really care about an online revision 2 weeks after.
Yeah, that is possible.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're done with the questions. Maybe we're not done. There's lots of questions still. We can try to answer more of them on the Discord later.
Wir haben doch keine Zeit.
Wir haben echt keine Zeit, Junge. We have been told that the Prizegiving is ready. So, we have actually one of the statues that we're gonna give out this year right here. It's probably not very visible on the stream, but all of the statues are here in the basement, where Dojo will sit on them and hatch them until we are ready to send. So I would say we can start with the prize giving. So, the prize giving, the last event of Revision 2022. We have 24 competitions, usually 25, but we combined the 8K and the 64K. So we have 25. Yeah, we have 25 combos.
Holy fuck!
It is an interesting number, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a lot. It's a lot of combos. Yeah, and but we still have the 25th trophy to give out, or like even more, because we also have the Shader Showdown, which is already decided, and we have the crowd favorite. So we had the crowd favorite for a couple of years now. So that's definitely so we have 25 winners tonight. This morning,
now.
Yeah, my brain is so foggy. It's still the night, and I would say we can start whenever the production crew is ready to do so. And we're starting with fast music. There was you could do a 90-second song, which had to do something with the satellite and vocals.
And vocals.
That was the briefing, so to speak.
I am still disappointed that there was not a single Blümchen remix in there.
So let's see who's coming out on top. Bars, bars, bars. Everybody has bars. There are bars. So we have in the third place Satellite by Comatron.
Second place goes to Bratolite by Mibri.
First place, I Want to Be a Satellite by Dave84. Congrats to all of you.
Congratulations.
And yeah, maybe we can listen to it as well.
Do you want to be a star or a satellite? Either gets you a place in the night sky. Would you rather be a superheated, super condensed ball of flaming gas, or a marvel of a modern technology? I wanna be a satellite, but I'm gonna shine like a star tonight. Oh, I wanna be a satellite, oh yeah. S-A-T-T-E-L-I-T-E, S-A-T-A-L-L-I-T-E, S-A-T-T-E-L-L-I-T-E. That's not how you spell it.
That is awesome.
Lovely.
So next up is the paint over, and here we have some comments here. Cobalt Friend, fantastic, duckies. Yay, physical media. Yeah, we had somebody print it out and paint over by hand. That was really awesome. So yeah, let's see what happened, or who's going to come out on top at the paint over. Bars, bars. Here are the bars. Tight. Third place, Warm Summer Afternoon by Neo Theta.
And second place goes to Skullship Robo Repair by Faith.
And first one is Regis 3 by Oni of Poobrain. Congrats to the three of you.
Nice.
A lot of entries again. I think it was 25 entries this year, or 25 plus entries. Oh, this is really,
Huge
really
combo.
great. Yeah, and Frankie said it during the commentary that it looked like a Belgian comic book or like graphic novels from the 80s. I remember those. They're like the French Belgian ones. They had this kind of colors and
Yeah,
like the aesthetics and the line
Ligne
work.
Claire.
Yeah.
was the
It's
style.
pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, this is lovely.
Really is. Next up, the Wild combo.
Some comments. I got infected. Wrong compo lol. Mad cute invite. This is a lovely idea. Okay.
Confusing, not in English.
And pawned. So again, more bars, please.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
Pico NICCC by Molev. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I remember that.
On third place. Second place goes to Sharp Sheep Sharkfield by the Lawnmowers International Association.
And first one, Tides by Blinry and Winnie Hell. Congrats.
Awesome. Okay, next up, the Ansiaski Petsky compo.
Meowtastic. I want this on a shirt. That's a good one.
Looks like a pen.
Looked like a pen. Okay.
Awesome. Fucking wow!
So, who's gonna do it this time? Let's bar it up.
So, the second place, we've got Little Nemo in Demoland by Mr. Roboto.
And the third place, it should come first, is Revision Cosmos.
Oh,
A
I'm sorry about
Constellation
that.
of Satellites by Harvest.
And the first place goes to 40 Years of Love by Honcho.
Congrats to all of you. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah.
It's really lovely. Also, I love the dithering in there.
Yeah, yeah. Next up is the game competition. I think we had like 4 or 5 entries. Just brilliant, dope, excellent choice of platform. And
Has gameplay.
has gameplay. I guess that's good to hear for a game compo. Yeah. Has gameplay.
Gameplay confirmed.
Of 3, we had 3. So I'm pretty sure everybody would get something out of this. So we have in the third place Bunny Hop by Dexter.
And on the second place, there's Pocket Tangrams Volume 1 by Fizzer and Nobi.
And then the Great Gianna Petsky Sisters by Vintage Computer Carinthia. That was pretty awesome. Congrats to the
Lovely.
3 of you. Just
Absolutely.
3 entries is not an awesome length for a compo, but all of the entries were great, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, and it's the game compo, and making game usually also takes a lot of effort.
That is
so
a lot of time, yeah. So yeah, congrats again to the 3 of you. And yeah, the Great Gianna Petsky Sisters. I remember watching this. It's pretty cool. One of our entry compos, some argue, but it's definitely not entry-level quality that we are
No.
getting there. So, yeah, so destroy viruses with fire. It's a trap.
UV reactive strings
Wahnsinn geil.
banned from internet.
So let's see what happened here.
And we have a third place for GIWT by Pashi.
We have Rainbow Sphere by the Jack of One.
And the first place goes to Vortex of Knowledge by Louisa of Pooh Brain and Rabmauge.
Congrats to the 3 of you. And wow, what is
Oh, awesome.
this? That's a library kind of situation going on here, yeah, is it?
Looks like it.
Fountain of Knowledge. It definitely is. Could also be a fountain
Vortex,
of
indeed.
trash romance novels, though. But yeah, it's definitely an awesome one. It's the 3D graphics compo. Here we had this, and it's getting interesting. Definitely interesting. So some comments: isometric ? Bonus points for a chicken.
Hella cool.
Dracaris. I don't know what that
The hell
means.
that is.
And we have in the third place Vector Graph by Forest Beasts.
And the second place goes to It's Getting Hot in Here by Psychon.
First place, On a Stroll by Oni of Poop Brain. I remember this. I think it's
hot
the.
in here.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, this is lovely. Limits are 100k polygons, 4k textures, I think, and they must be displayed in Blender or in the Foxitron viewer. Next one, animation and video. So 80s and nice music, short, cool. I liked it. Atari sucks. Brilliant. I hope it is.
Ooh, so the third place goes to Nostalgia Simulator by Gate Moon.
Second place, Dystopic Nightmare by Street Huff.
And the first place goes to DD 2022 by Dirt Grip and Mig of Bitbenders. Congratulations! And now it's time for the 4K executable graphics competition.
Always an excellent one. Outstanding.
Proper. Unreal.
Excellent start and wow.
Oh, proper fuckings are proper is the full comment.
Third place goes to Across the Water by MP Melon.
The second place goes to Is This Your Card by YX.
And the first one, Dreamtime Return by Prism Being.
Nice. Congratulations. Isn't Dreams Time a stock image hoster?
Oh, this looked really great.
Yeah, absolutely. So now it's the animated GIF compo.
Which is also getting crazier every year. No cat. Well, we never had the cat gifts there, but there was a was a fear. Hi dojo.
Apparently we had a dojo GIF in there.
Yeah. Goblin Snake Ride. Okay.
So the third place goes to Between the Lines by Feller.
Second place, Tower Duo by Bleuje of Illegal.
And the first place goes to Go With The Flow by Luisa of Poo Brain and Rabenauge.
Looks like we sent a lot of trophies to Berlin this year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
As
yeah,
per
I
usual.
remember this. This is just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. I don't even know how that works. What? It's fantastic. Next up, modern graphics. Loving the dragons and the style.
Sick!
Steampunk.
Amazing talent, amazing GFX.
Third place goes to Steam Angel 01 by Mies Hell.
And the second place goes to Ghostfish by Darky.
First place, The Tree of Life by Oni of Pooh Brain. I've heard that name before today. Congrats to the three of you.
Absolutely.
Wow,
And that is
so nice.
Oh, just from the works that you could tell how much work went into this.
Yeah.
And now it's time for the tracked music compo. The first compo of our party
That's the
this
first
year.
combo of the party, that's true, yeah. Very conceptual.
Me and my feelings.
Bump, bump. This one time at band camp. Okay. So let's see who takes a crown.
And we have a third place for Freakin' Funky Rhythm by Joss.
Second place, Reconciled by Sabi.
And the first place goes to The Oasis Compo Cut by Bacter and Saga Music.
Congrats. Next up, executable/edible music.
Rock the bass!
So good. Nice drums.
Bassy, amazing bass.
And the third place goes to Spring in Orbit by Cryptic of Approximate.
And the second place goes to Onion Rings by Protodome.
First place, No You Don't by Gaga of Conspiracy.
Now you
don't. Well, also No You Don't.
Next up, the streaming music compo.
I like jazz.
So fucking good.
Puck Footen.
So the first place goes to, no, the third place, sorry, goes to Come Clean Revision Edit by Purix.
Second place, War of Freedom Part 2 by Turbo Knight of Desire.
And the first place, this time for real, goes to 50 Shaders of Flötenschlumpf by Romeo Knight.
Congrats to the three of you. Next is the old school music.
Ooh, wow, perfect sit, MSX.
Funky.
Classique.
Classique le français. The third place goes to Susie Sepp by Mutitis. Sorry for butchering your name.
And the second place goes to Don't Give Up by Aki.
First place goes to latest revision by Jammer of Multistyle Labs. Congratulations.
Absolutely. And next up, it's the old school graphics competition. People wrote, My brain hurts.
Stunning, awesome, great.
My eyes.
Uh-oh.
Dinner is served. And we have a second place. Sorry, I keep getting this wrong. How do I keep getting this wrong?
You're just tired.
Probably. Third place for Moments of Mild Daydreaming by Darklight of Ghost Town and Specky.pl.
And the second place, Light of Struggle by Facet of Lemon and Genesis Project.
And the first place goes to Reconnected by Remote by Critical.
That is pretty great.
And now it's time for the old school intro competition.
Getting close to the end. The binary compose, the executable ones are coming up now.
All right.
Holy fuckeroni!
Auch mit Grün. Sehr gut.
Love the Eon reference. Oh yeah, I remember that. Third place goes to Quatuor by Darklight and Offense.
And the second place goes to Chromatic Admiration by Resource and Logicoma.
First place, 4K Memories by Oxygen and the Overlanders. Congratulations.
Congratulations, everyone. Lovely. And next up is the old school demo competition.
That was Saturday's big one. The last couple of Saturday. Always a pleasure. Oh, we have a bunny emoji in the comments. Bunny emoji,
Bunny.
hearts, and more bunnies. When does it end? It sounds like in a C64 entry. Lots of scrollers.
Mm-hmm. And we have a third place for Salvage by Proxima.
Second place, Ime Sorsa by Decadence.
And the first place goes to Tandanen by Rebels.
Congrats to you.
Nintendo.
Wait, what? I love the Game Boy aesthetic.
Absolutely.
It's so cool.
And I've rarely heard of a Game Boy demo winning a old school competition.
Oh, that is true, yeah.
That is a new thing to me. Congratulations.
I remember some breakpoints where it happened, but it was GBA, I think. But yeah, this is awesome. Next up, 256-byte intro.
Cool, with music.
Yeah. Major sevens.
Nice spirals.
Let's have a look at the nominees. And third place, D6215, or I guess by Gopher of Alcatraz.
And the second place goes to Line Rider by Severed of Rootkids.
That was one of your favorites. And
It
the
was.
first place, won by Helmut of Desire.
Congratulations.
Helmut taking it home again. Next up, Amiga intro. There was some interesting concepts in there. Yeah, let's see what happened. How you voted. By the way, there were lots of votes. Lots of people voted. We have, that's also always awesome to see the kind of contribution and the kind of participation that's happening.
Lovely bouncy motion blur.
Solid bass line. What the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck?
And the third place goes to Blood by Appendix.
Second place, Antilogium by Software Failure.
And the first place goes to Logic OS by Logicoma.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Hey man, I found another interesting signal, but it totally crashed my machine. I have no idea what's going on. Can you see if you can find it?
You can
Awesome.
kind of tell that Hoffman's been programming games recently.
Next up, Amiga demo. Yo man, that soundtrack.
Terrible, please. Oh, we can deliver terrible, no problem.
Fährt gut.
And the third place goes to Bunny Crack Throw by Void.
Second place, Extreme Boost by Laxative Effects. I don't want to experience that.
And the first place goes to Soul Strain by Amiga School. Congratulations. And next up, it's the PC 4K intro competition. Let us see who takes this one home.
Comedy Gold.
Ihan Hivaoli.
Sick first prod probably.
Music sounds great. And we have a third place for Blink and Blue by Xi.
Second place, Pullback Effect by LIA, which means Latitude Independent Association.
And the first place goes to Astray's Project by LJ and Virgil. Congratulations.
Very, very awesome and atmospheric. Yeah. Next up, PC 8K/64K intro combined.
Told it was not smoking.
Thanks, I hate it.
Funner as always.
And third place, The Cutting Edge by Neuralite.
The second place goes to El Gore by Alter Was.
And the first place, Curiosity by Nuance.
Congratulations.
Albert Einstein. So, last compo,
Big
I
fan.
think, before we go to the crowd favorite. So, this is PC Demo. Leipa.
Something Cyrillic that I can't read.
Slava Ukraini.
Is it?
It is. I can read that for some
you're good.
reason.
Interesting concept.
Bread.
Bread. And the third place goes to Let This Darkness Be by Sleigh Bells.
Second place goes to Tigris by MFX.
And the first place goes to Miyagi by Futurist.
That is awesome. Thank you,
Congratulations.
guys. And congratulations.
Yes.
Awesome entry.
Yes.
Awesome compose.
Lovely.
So there's one last thing we can give away, and that is the crowd favorite. Basically, the best entry that you people decided upon, no matter which competition. Could be a piece of music, graphics, or a full demo, or anything. So let's see who takes this home. And we have a winner, which is Logic West by Logic Coma. Congrats! So that's two things you're taking home. That's
Really awesome.
It was definitely one of the most unique things I've seen in recent memory, and a well-deserved crowd favorite. Awesome! Congrats! And here we are. That is the end of the prize giving. We have a couple of people and companies to thank. We have an awesome list of sponsors this year. First of all, our platinum sponsor is VOMP, and they're trying to change the world and enable more creators to do awesome content. And I hope we're going to hear from them and their products more in the future. We have Zeitraum, which is my own company, and we're very thankful that we are able to be a revision sponsor for like the third, fourth, fifth year in a row. I don't remember, but it's always, I'm always happy to be able to support revision. I mean, not just me. It's the whole company and the whole group we're supporting. We have individual computers. Jens Schönfeld, who's supporting revision since day one. He's always been here for us, and it's awesome that people are staying with us even though we're online and we don't see each other at the party. We cannot have a beer or have a chat, and still people are supporting. So many people are supporting us. We have Boom Library as a corporate sponsor. We have RMC Retro, corporate sponsor. Console Kabels BE, Frankie's company, who's supporting us for years. Arcadis, this is Job's employer. They host all of our servers for Revision Online. The file servers there, the web servers there, everything is running through them, and they provide awesome support every year. We have Liqube Audio. It's also a supporter with their Resonic product. And we have, of course, the C3 VOC, Chaos Computer Club's streaming team and video
operating center.
That's the name. I'm a bit tired. Without them, this stream wouldn't have been as great as it has been. And the support we got throughout the event was like, if there was a problem, 2 minutes later it was fixed or people were on it. Thank you again for being there for us last year and this year, and hopefully in the coming years as well. And we have a load of private supporters. Because I'm old, I need to look at it like this. We have Emon of TBL, we have Raika, we have Wiesel of Padua Genesis Project and Cap TV, we have Anoram, we have Falcon of Brainstorm, Golf of Alcatraz, Psychon of Mercury, Pixel Dessous from Net, I don't know, Star Chaser, Doc K of Moods Plateau, Toted Matt, Powell of Alcatraz, Moobek of Spectrum, Giabo, Spectrals as a group, they're supporting us, Mentor of TBC, and Rück. These are our private supporters who wanted to be mentioned, or who we are able to tell you. We have lots of other supporters who remain anonymous by their own wish. So a huge amount of thanks to everyone, all the companies, all the private supporters. And I checked yesterday, I think we have over 200 people getting the I Love Revision ticket, even though the party is free for participation. That is 200 or more than 200 people still getting this ticket, which helps us so much and helps the Tastatur and Mouse Association to help other parties. And we talked with PS and Genio about this, that we need to be a more global community in terms of supporting each other with equipment and technology and all that stuff. This money is going to go to good use. And we sold more than 800 t-shirts. This is awesome. This is the most amount of t-shirts we've ever sold, and all the proceeds of the t-shirts will go to to a fund that will help the Ukrainian crisis currently. We are thinking Doctors Without Borders, because a lot of medical help is there and is necessary there. We will decide in the next couple of days which organization this will go to. Maybe we'll split it up. I mean, 800 t-shirts, that is going to be a lot of revenue that we generate with that. So thanks to everybody who bought a t-shirt or 2 or 3 or 5. This is going to be worth it, and we're doing a good thing here. At least that's what I hope. Yeah,
Right.
that's about it from the outside support. There's also
A lot of inside
lots of inside
support.
support and
So
and the teams. Yeah,
yeah, so we'd like to thank the entire team running behind the scenes. We'd like to thank our social media team. We'd like to thank our compo teams who have been recording. We'd like to thank our network teams who have been ceaselessly monitoring our internet connections and looking for any outages running our servers. We'd like to thank the streaming teams both here on site as well as remote in Helsinki and in Hamburg and any other place
Matt is in the
forgot?
U.S. somewhere.
Oh, right.
Doing
Yeah.
shifts and on all of that. Yeah,
And we like to. Which team did I forget?
a lot of them. I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
We have local support like in this house. Madame and Luguber are here helping us out. We want to thank SceneSet for providing top-notch commentary throughout the compos with Subby, Truck, Hoffman, and Frankie. And I hope I didn't forget anybody. But yeah, and also SceneSet in the background, organizing their times around our compos and compo delays and timetable shufflings all around. It's been awesome having you guys supporting us and providing the people with more insight that we could give here from our humble studio. What else? Who else? So many people are involved. We had network, we had socials, we had compo, we had stream. We have all the satellites. Obviously, we thanked you already, but it is. I said it before. It's hard to describe the amount of response and the amount of love that we get back from you, and it's awesome to see that over Easter it's possible to meet people again, even though it is smaller groups, and they can all come together and enjoy a bit of revision from their satellite or from their homes. Yeah, I'm tired, Dojo.
But I think,
Yeah,
I think, and I hope we got them all.
there will
Probably
be more
missed someone.
praise and there will be credits.
There
Cyrex
will be
prepared an
credits later.
exhaustive
Yes.
list of everybody who's involved.
Yeah.
Because I cannot hold everybody in my brain. Sadly, I want to, but didn't work out this time.
And there it is again, the stream team and the executive director is helping us out with messages on the screen, saying thank you very much. We absolutely forgot a lot of teams.
God, it's so embarrassing. Thank you guys. Obviously, thank you to all the seminar speakers and the seminar team putting this together.
Thank you to the Shader Showdown folks for providing us both with an intense Shader Showdown and
the shader jams, yeah.
to visualize our live acts. And thank you to those as well for providing us with beautiful music.
Also from the satellites, there was lots of content coming in there. We had Syntax Error doing a concert. We had JCO doing stuff. We have so much content coming from
all of our
over the
speakers.
world. Yeah. And it's going to take us some time to sift through all the recordings if we have them. I hope, and put it all on YouTube, and so you can rewatch things and rewatch the combos if you missed some of them, because we hear you on Discord and on other channels. Like if the time zone's weird for you, which obviously is in some parts of the world, cannot see all the combos, but it's gonna be potential. Not potential. It's gonna be. You're going to be able to rewatch it, but it's going to take us some time.
Yeah.
I think we need to unpack when we get home for a couple of days / weeks to unpack what happened here, reflect on all the things around revision as well, and see what's in there for the future. Dojo, do you have any final thoughts?
I did have a final thought. Thanks to you who are watching and who are making the productions that we ran over the last 3 days. We're doing this for you, and you are what's making the scene great, and you are what's making this revision great.
Exactly. Without you, there would be 2 idiots in front of the camera for 3 minutes and then stream over because
Yep.
we wouldn't have any content. So you're responsible for that.
And also, don't forget to like and subscribe and smash that bell button.
Yeah, and and follow us on TikTok. That's very important.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
With that,
that's
it's
it,
a wrap, I
Dojo.
guess.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
We have some more messages for you from our satellites coming up. But from our side, it's going to be goodbye. We're going to probably sleep for an hour and then start packing
with the tear
packing
down, yeah.
things up. And we hope you all have a great rest of the day. Take some time to recover, make yourselves a nice cup of tea, and enjoy the rest of the long Easter weekend. It's been a pleasure.
Signing off.
Hey, this is Brendan, and listen, can I call you back?
Hello, Mum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks Revision for an awesome weekend of
Yeah.
parties, and we've been sitting in a hall drinking and having fun.
Yeah.
And we'll hopefully be with you all in person next year, which will be awesome.
Yeah.
It's so good to see real people and like old friends, old sceners. Makes such a difference.
Yeah.
I'm Brendan, and I'm organizing the U.S. Baltimore satellite, and I just wanted to say thanks to all of the organizers, to everyone watching, to all of the production people, to everyone that made a production for the demo party for Revision. This has been a fantastic weekend.
We would like to thank all the staff of Revision official stream and such things, and of course many thanks to Scamp for borrowing his gear, and we are so happy that this is happening again with all together, and of course the Schnapspumpe.
Thank you for this great Easter experience. What a great Revision 2022.
Thanks so much for the great weekend. See you later.
Thank you everyone, and see you next year. Bye bye.
Bye.
Can't wait to see you next year.
Be it at Revision 2023 or even at Mountain Bites 2023, come to Switzerland late February if no further global catastrophe happens. We are really looking forward to seeing you.
What's wrong with having the
And
Just for reference, 256 bytes, that's about
This is it, the party's over. We hope you didn't get the flu. Revision is over, but we still hope to see you at the next year 2022. This is it, the party's over. We hope you didn't get the flu. Revision is over, but still we hope to see you at the next year 2022.
Thank you, Revision, and goodbye from Comparade.